by a panel of prosecutors, special prosecutors ng Ombudsman. So that's the first batch involving 8 lawmakers, including the 3 senators. Yung second batch po ng PDAF cases na i-forward na rin po sa Ombudsman but is still undergoing further fact-finding by the Field Investigation Office ng Office of the Ombudsman. The Malampaya Fund complaint, na i-forward na rin po yan ng NBI to the Ombudsman, and that too is undergoing fact-finding by the Field Investigation Office of the Ombudsman, because that is also their procedure. And the Field Investigation Office, or FIO, of the Office of the Ombudsman has been undertaking also independent fact-finding or investigation into these scams. So yun po ang stage. And as we await the action of the Ombudsman, particularly on the first batch of PDAF cases, nagko-continue rin po ang NBI dun sa kanilang case build-up, dun sa possible next batch.
So there will be a next batch, Madam Secretary?
Most probably, Your Honors. Although, as a matter of strategy perhaps, or convenience on our part, ang bala ko sana namin is that we will file the next batch kapag po may action na ang Ombudsman doon sa first batch. That is after the preliminary investigation. At doon po sa first batch, ang alam ko po dyan, karamihan ng mga respondents, there were about 30 plus respondents, 38 respondents in the first batch. Karamihan po ng respondents sa first batch ay nakapag-file na ng counter-affidavits. May ilan-ilan po ata na humingi muna po ng extension. Now, and the NBI as a complainant or co-complainant in that first batch ay nag-file nga po ng manifestation and motion saying that it be given an opportunity also to file a reply, a consolidated reply to all the counter-affidavits kapag na-file na. Lalo na po ito, yung pagsulpot po, pag-surface po ni Mrs. Ruby Tuason, we do intend to officially attach a copy of her sworn statement to that consolidated reply. And the Ombudsman itself, the Office of the Ombudsman itself, the FIO, is also would also like to use the sworn statement of Mrs. Tuason. Kaya nga po nagkaroon ng clarificatory questioning ng isang araw po sa Office of the Ombudsman to try, and they try to elicit more details sa testimonya po ni Mrs. Tuason.
I'll go into that also later, Secretary. But just to give an update to everyone who is listening, no. So hindi pa po tapos ang kasong ito. There will still be likely other people to be charged, no. That's right.
Po, because yung affidavit po ni Ben-Hur, may ilan-ilan ho doon na mga hindi pa nakakasuhan.
Oho.
Pero ang pagpa-file ho natin ng by batch is that kung kompleto na po yung mga dokumento na nakakalap ng NBI, at saka nakalimit ho kasi kami ngayon sa years 2007 to 2009. Even if yung pinakasako po ng testimony ni Ben-Hur and the other whistleblowers ay even outside of the 2007 to 2009 period, but we were advised by the Office of the Ombudsman na mas maganda kung mag-focus muna sa 2007 to 2009 because yun po ang coverage naman po nung COA Special Audit Report.
But this doesn't mean, Madam Secretary, na yung before 2007 and after 2009 ay hindi nakahabulin.
Definitely hindi po ganon. In fact, yung trabaho po ng IAGC ngayon, the Interagency Anti-Graft Coordinating Council, which is also doing its own fact-finding, ay, nandyan nga po yung 2007 to 2009, pero lahat ho yan ay hinihimay. And even if it's not, it has nothing to do with Napoles or the Napoles-related NGOs. Because if you notice yung COA Special Audit Report po, meron pa ho mga iba doon. Hindi lang yung mga transaksyon with the Napoles-related NGOs.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Secretary, for clarifying that. No? So, lininaw lang po natin, hindi pa tapos yung kaso, hindi lang tayo nakafocus sa 2007-2009, and at the same time, wala akong pinipili dito sa mga naaakusa. Okay. Marami hong pangalan ang lumabas, no? There's Maya Santos, Matt Ranillo was also mentioned in the affidavit of Ms. Tuason. Jimmy Napoles was also mentioned again and again. No? Are these people already charged or iniimbestigahan pa po sila?
Hindi pa po sila charged, pero iniimbestigahan na po sila ng NBI. Although katulad niyan po, Matt Ranillo, and then Maya Santos, hindi po clear sa NBI kung may kinalaman sila sa transactions ng 2007 to 2009. But since napapangalanan po sila, sinasama na po yan sa case build-up ngayon. Pinupursu na po nila yan.
Madam Secretary, I'd like to inquire also, has Ms. Tuason's testimony and affidavit, how has it affected the case? Now, you had mentioned in the press about slam dunk evidence, no? But maybe you could give us more detail on that. At the same time, has her testimony caused more people to come out, more whistleblowers to come out? Or is that just conjecture at this point that more people will start to become whistleblowers from her affidavit?
On the last question, Your Honor, I cannot really confirm at this point kung meron pong lumalapit din sa amin.
You don't want to confirm right now?
I don't want to confirm, okay, Your Honor, kung meron pa pong iba na mga lalabas also o kaya nakikiusap sa amin offering himself or herself to be a state witness. But this much I can say, na kami po ay ingat din po kami, and we are being also choosy and circumspect dun sa kung sino yung i-entertain namin as other possible state witnesses. Because may I put on record that we do believe na yung mga testimonya po nila Ben-Hur and the other whistleblowers ahead of Mrs. Tuason, malakas na po yan. Sa tingin ho namin, malakas na. Itong paglabas po ni Mrs. Tuason, natutuwa po kami dahil sa tingin ho namin, lalong nagpapalakas sa kaso namin. Dahil ho ba, marami po mga nagtatanong, wala naman kayong ebidensya na talagang nag-receive personally o nagtanggap yung nasasangkot na mga lawmakers. Although sila Ben-Hur, sinasabi na ho nila na aside from paglilista, alam nila kung kanino mga binibigay at naghahatid. Pero yung iba ho kasi yung mga personalidad na yon, yung other staff members of Janet Napoles, na personal na may alam dun sa pag-aabot at pag-deliver. Like for example, the driver also of Mrs. Napoles. Alam ho namin kung sino ito. Pinasomon na po yan ng NBI. Ay ayaw pa hong mag-cooperate. Naunahan na po sila. So we are also trying to access them, those drivers, although yung sa pinaho namin, hindi po sila sumusulpot. Pero si Mrs. Tuason, naunahan na ho yung iba na makakapag-corroborate na talagang nagre-receive ng so-called kickbacks itong particular lawmaker, especially Senator Jinggoy Estrada.
In short ho, palagay ko, baka ngayon pa lang nag-uunahan na po sila siguro sa inyong opisina. Maging maingat lang po tayo rin sa pagtanggap kung sino yung pwedeng maging witness o sa witness protection program po natin. Alam ko naman po, alam niyo na po yun.
Alam po namin yung requirements and elements, so ini-evaluate po namin ng maingat po.
Okay. Thank you, Secretary. Ben-Hur, welcome back to the Senate. Nakakarami ka na rin dito. I'd like to ask, ano yung naging pakiramdam mo nang lumabas si Ms. Tuason?
Nung ano po, katulad ng sinasabi ko rin sa mga witnesses ko na sobrang saya at salamat Ma'am Ruby na kasi Ma'am hindi nakikinig. Kino-confirm niya na tumanggap siya sa amin ng pera at totoo yung sinasabi niya sa akin na natanggap talaga